Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kino with STEMWithKino.com. And today is the day for the Aviation Selection Test Battery and the Officer Aptitude Rating for the United States Navy, Marine Corps, and the United States Coast Guard. All right, so we want to hit something historical for the U.S. Navy. And just that. So we can get more of that board. You guys can see me at Facebook land. Whoever's in Facebook, check in. Looks like we got 4 on the Facebook side so far. And let's see who's in YouTube land. Shannon. Got Quanisha in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My page is not quite up yet. Okay, we got Shannon in the room. Isabella, good to see you. Quanisha, welcome, 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 everybody. I was going to hit something historical, but I would like to talk about an issue that I'm going to paste on the Facebook page. And I would like to give credit to Shannon. Shannon, I try to keep people anonymous, but you brought it to my attention. And you're on the message board, so I don't see why it'd be a big deal, but Shannon brought it to my attention. So I'm merely giving you credit for bringing something that I've been saying for a long time. So we're gonna bypass the history thing today, and I'm gonna post a picture that I was sent of a particular question. And this is why I'm telling you guys, you really need to watch these test prep books. And if I don't openly, just flat out be like, yo, this is a really good book, don't buy it. Don't buy it. And, she checked out the reviews. The reviews were amazing. Oh my God, the reviews were amazing. And I'm not going to call out the publisher of this book. I'm not going to do that, because I'm trying to be good. Said, you know what? I'm not going to do that anymore. And so, let me see. Can I add a sticker gift emoji? Okay. So we can do. Okay, so it is on the post page. And I was really like, geez, man, like this particular book. And if Shannon, if you'd like to share it, you can, but nobody can say I put it out there because I'm trying to be nice. And this is, this channel is for information. What to expect, types of questions, and things of that nature. So I'm merely just going to post the question. It's concerning electrical circuits. And I want you guys to be crystal clear about a few things. Okay. Yeah, and I thank you for that, Shannon. I saw you. All right. Who's on Facebook? Who's on Facebook? Somebody else is in here. Let me know where you are from. Okay, so yeah, you have to really, really be careful with these books. In a lot of cases, the editing is off, especially for 2 of the hardest subjects, which is the math, arithmetic reasoning, and mechanical comprehension. In this particular case, it's the mechanical comprehension. And all you publishers out there, I will edit your book for free. Not for free, for a fee. Like, no, you said for free. For a fee. I would love to do it. but it'll cost you before you go to print. So keep that in mind when you're making your next edition, because more and more people are becoming aware of my channel. And if I don't out and out endorse your book, then people are going to look at that book like, and damn the reviews, because this book got great reviews. Oh my God, this book is the best thing since toilet paper for ASTB or AFOQT or whatever prep it's for. It got the best reviews, like some of the most stellar reviews you can get. But then you're messing up electrical theory? Like, really? So, I said I wasn't going to get too bent out of shape about this, but it's just, people don't know. And this is why you need a tutor or a trainer or somebody to assist you with your test prep. Because you have to be able to decipher the garbage from the real stuff. And, like, I look at people and Facebook, who's in the room on Facebook? Please check in, let me know where you're from. And please hit the like button. But, you need somebody to help you decipher this stuff. And, if you're, yeah, hey, I like the business, but, I'm not the only kid in town. Or what did he say? I'm not the only game in town. But, I'm very passionate because I want you guys to get really, really good scores, and I want you guys to do very, very well. And anybody that comes into contact with me knows the type of work and effort that I put into you guys, when I work with you one-on-one. So you need somebody to help you decipher this stuff, because if you don't, you'll be sitting there looking at a question and you can't understand why you don't get it. Albin, good to see you. Haley, good to see you as well. All right, cool. So when you're going through these books, you come up to questions you don't understand. They have an explanation in the back. And the explanation, what's up, Ray? The explanation totally, if you just read it, it would just make sense to you. But it doesn't make sense. Well, it made sense as far as the narrative went, but it's not true. So I would like to talk to you guys about Ohm's Law and electricity. All right. And then we'll go into questions, which people sent ahead of time of a lot of questions. So we should not run out of things to talk about. So I really wanted to talk about this topic because it is a growing topic. You guys are out there spending money purchasing books with many mistakes in them. But funny, if I make one mistake, the trolls come. So it's all good. I have tough skin. And I never ever told anybody I'll get 100. I joke and I say I only get 2 questions wrong a year. That's not true. I get 3 questions wrong a year. But on a serious note, I want to talk to you guys about a little bit about electrical theory and some of the basics that you should know. First thing you should know is Ohm's Law. Ohm's Law states that voltage equals current times resistance. And the symbols look like this: V equals I times R. Those are symbols for voltage, which is in volts. I should put voltage. Current, which is amps. We say amps for short, but they're amperes. And resistance is in ohms. So it's like distance equals rate times time. It's just basic math. Once you know the formula, you're golden. All right? So voltage equals current times resistance. Now, if you follow me on my Facebook page, you can see the actual question was posted. And you know what? Can you cut out, Shannon, can you send me on Skype, because we're Skype connected, could you send me the explanation? Can you take a picture and send me that explanation, please? Because this is really, I really, really want to drive this point home. If you don't have any type of electrical engineering background, you're probably going to be buying these books, and you're going to be buying what these books say, hook, line, and sinker. Now, I'm going to say throw the books away. They're excellent tools, but you need guidance. You need guidance. If you don't have a mechanical, electrical background, you're going to need guidance for the mechanical comprehension side of things. You just are. And, normally most people have problems with the mechanical, have problems with math. All right. So, Shannon, if you could send me that, that'd be great. So, I want to talk to you guys about the first type of circuit. There's the series circuit. A series circuit is a circuit, and let me just so I can give you guys on the timeline, on the post page. Sorry. Series circuit. Okay. Now I'm going to post a couple of series circuits, but if you notice these two series circuits, there's only one path for electrical energy to flow. Give me a moment. Man, this thing is dragging the day. There we go. So yeah, if you look at the post page, don't worry, I will do a diagram on the board. So if you're not following me on Facebook, you can see what's going on. But we have a power source, and this is how a series circuit operates. There's only one electrical path to flow. So let's say we had 9 volts. Our power source is 9 volt direct current, and we put a two ohm resistors. Okay. The question was asking was what was the equivalent resistance? Okay, so if we have a 2 ohm resistor here and a 2 ohm resistor here, then basically in a series circuit, resistance, the equivalent resistance is 2 plus 2, which is 4 ohms. Okay. Now, if we took these two same resistors, and let me see, Shannon was able to get that over to me, and I believe she was. Alright, let's see here. Because this is like you're publishing books, preparing people for an exam. People would go nuts if this was like an SAT. Uh-oh. Right, scroll down. There we go. So basically what they did was they gave you the formula for a series, not a parallel circuit. All right, dropping this on Facebook as well. And, nobody will call them out about it. But I want my subscribers, my followers, my people to be able to understand that this is an error. Okay, so we see the question, and you should see the explanation. And in the question, it is not a series circuit, it is a parallel circuit. You only add your resistances of each resistor in a series. You only add directly like that. Now, if it was parallel, we could take these two, so we have 4 ohms of resistance in this case. All right, so let's give ourselves a parallel. All right, so this is the parallel circuit. Okay. Now they give you 1 over Req equals 1 over 2 And this would be, yeah. All right. So 1 over the equivalent resistance is over 1 over 2 ohms plus 1 over another 2 ohms. All right. These would add, become 1 over 1 is 1 ohm. Okay, so we take the same 2 ohm resistors, we put them in parallel, and it's a quarter of the resistance. So the resistance gets weaker when we put them in parallel as opposed to series. Okay, and that's the point I want to make out. Now, if you're looking on the Facebook page and you look at this explanation, they gave you the formula for the series equivalent resistance, not for a. It would be 1 over REQ. Okay, thank you, Quanisha. 1 over the one resistor, and then 1 over the this one. So it'd be 1 over these two added together instead of this. This is for series. When we had the series circuit going on, it was 2 plus 2, 4 ohms. But then when we're trying to calculate an equivalent resistance in a parallel circuit, then it works out to be like 1/4. 4 ohms, a quarter 4 ohms is 1 ohm. All right. So guys, hit the like and hit the or dislike and hit 1 if you understood what I just explained to you guys. Okay. Stace, what's up? Ray, how you doing? Haley, how you doing? Albin, how are you doing? Okay, so you guys get this. So you have to be careful about these books. And a lot of you guys do need guidance. If you guys are not like engineering students or mechanical engineering students, you're probably going to have a little bit of a tough time. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're probably going to have a little tough time, and you're probably going to need some guidance. And you can ask some questions here and stuff. All right. Aviation selection test battery. All right. Okay. So that's good. People are understanding what's going on, the difference between a series circuit and a parallel circuit. So if you're reading this book, you buy this book, and then this book is telling you, feeding you this garbage. Well, not this garbage, the garbage that was in the book. And you don't realize this situation is the truth, you're going to have problems. Okay. So move right along. Aviation. So I'll put that out in front of the history because this was something I saw today, and I was kind of really, I won't say rubbed the wrong way, but I just want to make sure you guys are getting the proper information. Even when I make mistakes, I'll come back and go, that was wrong. Let me stop. Let me redo the problem. But when they send out 25,000 books to Barnes and Noble or Walmart or whoever, they're not taking those books back. They're like, yo, you stuck. See you next edition. And a lot of times they don't even correct it in the next edition because the lazy editor that was probably doing the editing before is probably going to just add new questions and not make adjustments. So at STEMwithKino.com, we make adjustments. That should be a slogan. All right, aviation. Let me go to my Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge. And there are rotary wing questions in there, guys, so don't think like they're just going to talk about airplanes. Today, I want to talk about I'm just shooting in the dark as far as these topics. I'd like to talk about airspace. Yeah. I want to talk about airspace. Okay. From time to time in debriefs, we do catch airspace questions. And for our aviator wannabes, I would like to recommend a really cool website. Skyvector.com. I'm talking to my computer when I do that because I want to pull a link up and I want to get the link so I can share it on. I want to share it on Facebook and YouTube. If you are an aviation hopeful, this is a website that you should become familiar with. No, I don't want to end Facebook. Oh, that's why. That's why. I was about to cut y'all off in Facebook land. And not intentionally, but almost clicked the button. Okay, so it's posted on Facebook, and it is posted on YouTube as well. I want to bring your attention to, there's a tab. You'll see flight plan, go, and then flight plan, and you come across the dark bar where it says sign in. If you come a little bit lower, you will see New York, and if you hit that, that will actually give you the chart. All right. I got stuff all. What do I do with it? Okay, boom. Here we go. This is the Washington sectional, which is a part of the Philadelphia area. But if you hit the New York, and then if you go down to the bottom a little bit, it'll present Washington as an option for you to hit. This is called a sectional chart. This is what you would fly with. So what the website is it's a big digital version of these charts. Now, these are what we fly with. All right. The cool thing about this is that the charts online that you see here will never, they don't expire. They always keep them updated. All right. This is an old one. I always keep the old ones for training purposes. This expired January 2020, the 30th of January 2020. But when you hit the sectional, you can go over to the legend and you can look up you can look at the legend and you can just kind of pick out a symbol on a chart, and then you can go to the legend and you can figure out what it is. I think that's like the first stage. So here's the legend right here. You can see the different aeronautical symbols and things of that nature. Facebook. There you go, Facebook land. Well, let me pull this up so I can make sure you guys see it. But there's the legend right there. So you can pick out the symbols on the chart. And then what you can do is you can identify what they are. And for all my aviation wannabes, if you have questions, you can bring them here. This is an ongoing learning process. You will need to know this during API. You will need to know this in primary for all. So, it's something that I'm kind of preparing you guys. Hit a 3 if I have any aviation wannabes in the room. Facebook or YouTube. Hit a 3 for me, please. But yeah, SkyVector.com. I fly with it. Every time I go flying, I fly with it, with SkyVector. You can put it up on my phone. Okay? So this is something you want to be familiar with. All right? Cool. Zakia, welcome. I hope I pronounced your name right, because my name is interesting. It's Kino. It's my real name. And Zakia, it's an interesting name like mine. And so I always make an extra effort to make sure I'm pronouncing people's names right. So welcome, because I haven't seen you here before. All right, so yeah, for all my aviation wannabes, this is something that you better pay attention to. Seriously, Albin, I see you. All right, and then I see somebody posted something looks like in a language. I think it looks Arabic. Okay, so I'm not sure. It looks like it. What I'm looking at. But these are little tips and tools to help you with the test and help you down the road in flight training. Okay, So we're at the bottom of the hour, and that was our first question. So everybody newly coming into the room, okay, be careful. Watch these test prep books. If you need tutoring, I'm here for you guys. Keno.Thomas. All right, you see on YouTube, and you guys know how to spell my name. If you don't know how to spell my name, you came to this channel, that's a problem. But lowercase letters, Keno.Thomas. If you need tutoring, most people are not prepared for this test. I'll say it again. I've been saying this over 10 years. I've only met 3 people that said, you know what, you don't need me. Go take the test. And they went and they did very, very well. All right, so questions, guys. Most of the questions that we get are math and mechanical questions. And what we have here are, all right, let me see here. £425. Okay, yeah, most of the problems that we have are in mechanical comprehension and in math. Okay, so I'm posting on Facebook our first problem that we're going to deal with. This problem deals with, did you ever happen to see the one I sent? I may have, to be honest with you, Isabella, but I always, like my people that I'm tutoring, I take care of their questions first. And then for the people that aren't, I'm not, that aren't tutoring with me or training with me, I get to those. And we got kind of flooded today by people that are training with me. But if I can get these out of the way, I will definitely jump on that question. All right. So, all right, where's Facebook? There you go. All right. So, guys that are just coming in, make sure that you get the early part of this. Get to the early part of this video after this live is done, so you can understand how the danger of these books. Okay, now the next question is posted. It is from Quanisha. And everybody congratulate Quanisha. She passed the aviation selection test battery earlier this week, and she is still checking on, still submitting her package and all this and everything. She's submitting her package, and she's just waiting for the next step. So congratulations to Quanisha. And we appreciate you gracing us with your presence here still. Because most people, they pass. Man, I don't hear from them anymore till OCS. And then I get a picture for my wall, which is cool. Okay, this figure shows a 500-pound block being pulled up by an incline, by a pulley. The incline is 24 feet long and rises 6 feet. Neglecting friction, how much force is necessary to move the block up the incline? Okay, so the incline is 24 feet long and rises 6 feet. And guys, this is the reason why we have wheelchair ramps. Because if you had a set of stairs here that were 6 feet high, then you would actually have to carry that whole person. But if we implement a wheelchair ramp 24 feet long, then it has a mechanical advantage of 4, which means 6 feet by 24 feet. It has a mechanical advantage of 4. Okay, it's rise over run. It is the run divided by the rise in this case. All right, so if we have a pulley pulling this up in a mechanical advantage, we could divide by mechanical advantage. This incline is giving us a mechanical advantage. So we don't have to lift this 500-pound weight. We could actually drag it up with a pulley and divide the pounds by mechanical advantage of 4. And let's get some crowd participation on both sides. How much? If we divide 500 by 4, ladies and gentlemen, how much actual oomph or force or in pounds are we going to have to apply to get this block up the ramp? Okay, 125 going once. Come on, don't be shy. Darren in the building. You better answer this the way you were snapping those questions on earlier. Ooh, Darren is really showing some serious improvement. I mean, wow. He had me blown away. He puts in, I concur. Yeah, Darren, oh, wow. Darren has really shown some improvement. And when we cut him loose, sapien strength, or sapien strength. I think that's sapien strength. Welcome to the room. Stacy comes in with 125. Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay, anybody else? The other options, and let me just say if you want to bite on these options, the other options are 500 pounds, 144 pounds, and 476 pounds. It's like, wow, I'd rather just lift the extra freaking 24 pounds if that's the case. Well, guys, it's out. Alpha is the answer, 125 pounds. So everybody that said 125 pounds, you're exactly right. And understand that a wheelchair ramp, it's an incline. It is a simple machine. What is the purpose of a simple machine? A simple machine takes our input and multiplies the effort. So it takes our effort and it multiplies it. So if we had a 500-pound barrel, we would only need to use 125 pounds of force to get that 500-pound barrel. Or would you guys rather lift it up the steps, all 500 pounds? I think I'd rather deal with the 125, where me and a couple other people could push that barrel up instead of lifting all 500 pounds. Very good. Okay, our next question that came in. Wrong window. I forgot we have this Google Chrome beta now, and you cannot. The old Google Chrome does not work with Facebook and the camera function for whatever reason. And so, don't worry, I have the right page up and I'm posting. Yeah, we had a lot of questions coming today. People sent in questions early. So I'm going to try to hit everybody's questions, especially my students. Just making sure it populates on the post page. And we'll go in. Okay, so if you divide two negative numbers together, the answer is always, and you guys can answer by letter: A, positive; B, negative; C, can either be positive or negative; or D, it looks like a letter O, but I think they mean zero. All right. So this is posted on the page. If you divide two negative numbers, That's kind of a little weird the way they kind of word that if you divide two negative numbers. Long division. All right. So let's go with a little bit of terminology that I think you guys have all, or most of us have forgotten. Okay. When we're dividing something, because that word's kind of weird. And again, you have to watch that because the ASTB would be kind of clear. They would actually, put a problem up. But when we're dividing something, right, in long division, let's say 8 divided by 2 equals 4. This is the divisor. All right. This is the dividend. And this is the quotient. If I could spell, right? And anything left, sometimes you'll use a remainder. That would be the remainder left out there. All right, so if you divide two negative numbers, I'm assuming boom, boom. I'm assuming because they're really not that clear, but if you divide two negative numbers, then I would say that the quotient is always positive because a negative times a positive will produce a negative. So if one of these numbers are negative and it's being divided by a negative, then it can only be a positive because the negative times positive will yield a negative. Everybody hit 1 if you get that. My Facebook family, hit 1 if you understood that. My YouTube family, hit 1 as well. All right. Ray just said positive. Say, forget the multiple choice. Forget your scoring system. I'm only messing with you, Ray. All right, let's move on. Now, let me zoom in on this. 2y, 3a. Okay, Shannon, I really don't like this book. It's poorly published. Whatever this book you sent this image from is poorly published. Because if you're going to do systems of equations, guys, and that's what this next one is going to be on, systems of equations. This is what they did. It's question number. It's got the question number, and it says 2y plus 3x equals 3. Then they throw 8y. I mean, super close. No spacing. I swear. X equals 12. And then the only reason why I know to separate this, that's 3 for this and 8 for that side, is because our answer selections are x equals, comma, and y equals. So I know it's a system of equation. Back to having a good trainer to help you prep for this test properly. Because, yeah, I would have a question about that too if I said, because it looks like 2y plus 3x equals 38, y minus 2x equals 12. And I'm posting this up. I cannot believe that they would publish this question like this. It looks like one problem. And this is why you guys have to watch the books that you purchase. This is like bad book day or something. I swear, this is like bad book day. Like bad book, bad publisher. Oh my God. Who approved this? And Shannon, can you, not out on the message board, can you tell me the publisher or take a picture of that publisher book, or you can just type in the name of the publisher. So it's on the Facebook page. This is what it looks like, just like I have it written out. But you have to know that you have to split this, and then we'll solve it. This is crazy. I can't wait for her to tell me who this publisher is. I might put them on blast, for real. You don't put questions like that. And I remind you, all you publishers, if you need a great editor, I will do it for a fee. And I ain't cheap. All right, so basically, this is how it was supposed to be presented. It was supposed to be 2y plus 3x equals 3, and then 8y minus 2x is equal to 12. And let me just recheck that to make sure it's not negative 12. You guys got to watch out. You guys got to watch out, man. This is crazy the way they publish that like that. But if you don't know, and you don't have someone that's been looking, I've been watching the way these guys publish books for years. And I've been noticing the mistakes, and I've been broadcasting that these guys make a lot of mistakes in these books. And you get the new edition, and it's the same thing. All right. I just want to make sure it's populated for you, so populate so you guys can see it. This is bad. You know what? I think, Shannon, I ought to make you my headhunter. Because, man, you are really pulling these people apart. All right. So, our answers are in their X values: 216B, 422X, C, 5, 6, and then 12, 3. Those are the coordinates on the Cartesian coordinate plane. I know y'all just call it a coordinate plane, but, you know, it's the Cartesian coordinate plane. All right. And so, when I look at this, okay, we have to manipulate one of the equations. I'll put E1 here. I'll put E2 here. All right, we have to manipulate an equation. I will use a different color. Okay. So, what has to happen is we have to manipulate one of these equations so that when we add vertically in columns, we're going to eliminate the x value or the y value so we can solve. Once we get one of the values, because we're gonna eliminate the y's. We're gonna let the y's zero out. So I'm gonna put M1. We're gonna multiply this by 4. Matter of fact, negative 4. So this becomes a negative 8y to counter out this 8y because this and this are going to be vertically added. So we want it negative. That's why I'm multiplying this by negative 4. 2y times negative 4 is negative 8y, so that the y's cancel out. All right, and then with the 3, it's going to be negative 12. All right, and then negative 4 times this will equal negative 12 again, strangely. So we're looking for the x value and the y value on the coordinate plane where these two linear equations cross each other. So here's where we're going to place our answers. All right, so when we add vertically, negative 8y and 8y is going to be 0y. Negative 12 and negative 2x is going to be negative 14x. And negative 12 and positive 12 is going to be 0. So our x is equal to 0. All right. Now that we know what x is, we can implant. Let's look at these answers. No. X is not equal to 0. Or is that 38? See, this is the problem. I don't know if that's 3 or 38. And it could be a 38, guys. But when I zeroed everything out, negative 14x is equal to 12. See, and so that could be 38. That very well could be 38, and y minus 2x equals 12. All right. So I'm going to do this a different way. All right. I'm going to look at the answers because we don't know which is which. And I'm going to try to see. So if x is 2 and y is 16. 2, y 16. So we replace x with 2. That would be 4y 16. That would not equal 3. All right. 2, 16. And y is 16. That would be 32. Minus 16, 12. That's not going to work. Let's try 5 and 6. 5, 10. 6 is 18. Yeah, and see, this is the problem, guys. If the publishing is bad like this, I was just assuming because the 8y looks in line with the y minus 2x plus 12. So I was just assuming that this was all 1. Shannon, what is the explanation to this? And this is why you have to watch these books. And yeah, I am. Wow. All I'm going to say is it starts with a T. So all I'm saying, tango. It starts with a T. That's all I'm going to say. And if you can't figure that out, God bless you. But yeah, it starts with a T. This is retarded. This publishing is terrible. Okay, so what I will do is I will give you a real system of equation problem, because that printing or publishing is terrible, and I'm going to give you one. And stand by, guys. It's coming. Okay. And I'm even going to give you guys a whole set of these you guys can play with. And dropping this on Facebook now. It's so weird, like using this Google Chrome beta. Just not used to it. It's going to take me a while to get used to it. It's really not all that different, but this is the only thing I use Google Chrome beta for you guys, for my Facebook people. Okay. All my people in the room that train with me should be vaguely familiar with this. So this is for our people, our visitors that come to visit us. Please hit that like or that dislike button, guys, in YouTube, and please hit the like button and follow on the so that's what following two equations. Actually, Albin put one up. Albin put one up. All right. So we're going to use Albin's. We're going to use Albin's because okay. Okay, this is populating. All right, and that's all a system of equations is. I see your notes. All right, so let's get rid of this garbage. Produced by the publisher with a T. Don't buy that book. 2x plus 4y equals 10. 9x minus 4y equals 20. Okay, now actually this is already set up when we add vertically, and they're just asking you to solve for x in this case. Not the whole, but I'm going to do both the x and the y value, comma y. So we know specifically where these two linear equations cross. So when we add vertically, the y's, positive 4y, negative 4y automatically cancel out. We have the 11x, and that's going to equal to 30. All right, I've divided 30 by 11 so many times, I know it's like, you can say 30 over 11 now. Actually, that is answer C, 30 over 11. All right, so x is equal to 30 over 11. All right, I'm going to do another one because I solved Albin's question. And okay. Yeah, but yeah, Shannon, I see that, but that question was just jacked up from the door. Yes, that's what the answer is, 30 over 11. This actually comes from the AFOQT. It's in the AFOQT, Moody Air Force Base. Their little like test to see if you just to kind of fill your aptitude out or whatever. 2, then a 1. Okay. Just looking at some things. Okay. I wanted to do a fully one where we could manipulate the problem. All right. So if you look at the way we have it on the Facebook page, either it's going to be side by side, where it'll be 2x plus 4y equals 10 and 9x minus 4y equals 20. That's the proper way to present this type of problem. Not jam it all together, because then you don't know what's what. Or it would be directly over like I have it written on the board. So if they just publish it, taking these two equations and jamming them together, not putting an and in front of it to separate them, don't buy that book. And kind of when you, well, nowadays with CV, when bookstores open back up, some of you guys, you kids are like online now. But me, I love Barnes & Noble. I like to go into the bookstore. I like to actually look at some of the questions, and Barnes & Noble will let you look at it. So you can see what you're getting before you buy it. You can look at the content. You can see the types of questions that they're answering. Wow, 4 minutes. All right, so I thank everybody for being here. I will be here every Friday, 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Try sending your questions early ahead of time because we didn't run out of content to really talk about. And that's what I like. I'd rather not be looking for content. I'd rather just get what you guys bring to me and solve that stuff. In addition, I will always bring something historical and I will bring something aeronautical to the table. Something of use to all my flying applicants. Because really, honestly, to be honest, that is my target audience. But the OAR is already a part of what the aviators are going to have to take. So, all my SWO guys and my intelligence guys and stuff like that, you're more than welcome to come. But I'm a pilot, and so, yeah, my pilots are going to be kind of like my main concern. It's not that I don't like anybody or anything like that, but that's why this all started. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we do something naval aviation historically, and then naval aviation or aviation and nautical information related. Because I think it's unfair to take a person who's never, ever flown and then test them on aeronautical concepts. Like, duh. I'm going to the Navy so you can train me to be a pilot. So there's just things that you have to know. Some more tips, the Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge. You will need that. We talked about that last week, and there was some information dropped on this. So check in the previous live streams as well, guys, for all my aviators. Bo, what's up? Good to see you. So everybody hit the like or dislike button, either one. Feel free to leave comments, questions, concerns. I would try my best to address them. But I welcome everybody. I thank everybody for coming in and showing up. If you're not following me on Facebook, where you can actually see the questions, you can see the questions and the answer selections. Brett, how are you? Make sure you come see me on Facebook. At least to, see the questions. A lot of people aren't on Facebook because, there's a lot of. I primarily only use it for this stuff. But there's the Facebook link for you YouTuber guys. Everybody else is following me on Facebook that are there. So new faces. I want to give a shout out to new faces. Albin, you're new, but I think I saw you like last week. Ray, I think you've been around, but you're new. It's not like you've been following me for forever. So shout out to you on the Facebook side of things. Shannon, thank you for your eye. Thank you for your eye and looking out for these questions because, a lot of people, this will fly by a lot of people's radar. And a lot of questions I don't really see until people bring them to me. I basically, when I train my guys, I give them what I get from debriefing when someone tests. and they say, well, I saw this and I saw that and everything like that. That's basically what I give to you guys. I still tell you to go through your test prep books, but I would have never found this if she didn't bring it to me. So, that publisher that starts with a T, holler at me. I'm an awesome editor. Quanisha, congratulations on your pass this week. I believe that was Monday, if I'm not mistaken, but nonetheless, congratulations on your pass and submission of your packet. Wish you the best of luck. Shannon, I said Shannon, all right. Isabella, good to see you again. Zakia, thank you for coming in. Tyrone, all right. I didn't, yeah, you did. I saw you earlier, but thank you. You're new here. Thank you. Darren, my buddy. Darren is my buddy. I mess with Darren a lot, but Darren is, oh my God, he's shown a lot of improvement. Keep up the good work, Darren. Shout out to Ray. I said Ray, Shannon. Okay, hold on. Got this messages coming in. Bo, thank you, man. Brett, thank you. Drew, good to see you. Adriana, I don't think you have. I do have an Instagram, but I don't really use it, Adriana. But it's I don't know if it's done with Kino. Hold on, I'll tell you. But you know, I would need a team or something like that. Hold on, Instagram. I'll tell you exactly what it is. Who I am on Instagram. Yeah, I'm Kino Thomas on Instagram. Oh, there's my cousin. Tanya. There's my cousin. I just fired up my Instagram. I see my cousin. She's beautiful. She's actually she's my second cousin. But yeah, her mom, Patricia, is amazing. All right, so back to my shout outs. All right, Adriana, yeah, Kino Thomas on Instagram. I don't know, maybe I will start, I don't know. I'll have to work out something with that, but I guess I'll start posting stuff on Instagram, I guess. It's the social media thing to do. But hell, I have a hard enough time juggling the YouTube and the Facebook. So I'm really not that savvy on how to manipulate that platform. Austin. Okay. Okay, and that's my next person I have to tutor. They're coming in at 6:02. All right, yeah, I'm supposed to be done. Guys, thank you so much. If you share content here, let's see. Adrian, I was just wondering if you share Facebook. Yeah, you don't use Facebook. Yeah, keep it up with YouTube. If you have a friend or something like that, I don't know, maybe have them follow me. But I'm gonna see what I can do with this Instagram thing. If I can post questions and stuff like that and everything, it'll help out. It'll help my reach. So and I definitely don't have a problem with that. So everybody, see you guys next week for the Aviation Selection Test Battery. And if you're preparing for the ASVAB, you can bring questions to any one of my live streams. Anyone. Stay tuned for tomorrow for the United States Army, ROTC, and the WAF, the Warrant Officer Flight Training Program. I will be doing a live stream at 2 p.m. Eastern where we will be covering the SIFT, which is the standard instrument for flight training. We'll have something historical, aeronautical, and we'll be answering questions. I'm Kino with STEMwithKino.com, and I thank you all for showing up. We will see you next week or at one of the other live streams. Thanks for coming out, and I will see you. See you later, YouTube. Bye. Boom.